Now this goes out to all of my beautiful people. I'm Jay Star, you know it's nice to meet ya. 7:45 a.m., catch me on the morning meetup. Hosted by David Shands.
Today, well, it's two-part. One, I think it's important to just take a day outside of normal just information. We'll get some information this morning. But I think what's really, really important is that we outline the next 5 days of our life. Outlining the next 5 days of our life. Because I think it's really important for us all to be goal-driven and to set some, I think day to day, a lot of us, we do whatever we feel like we need to do for the day, right? Instead of identifying what we need to do for the week and work backwards on what the big goal is. Because some things take more than a day to accomplish. I want everybody, if you can, to just 5 things. Let's write down 5 things. And this might take a second, I don't know. Let's write down 5 things that you need to accomplish this week, that if you were to accomplish them, it would really be a game changer for you. The things that you've been putting off, let's just take a few seconds to really just sit there and think about it. 5 days. 5 things that we need to, I'm talking about the majors. Okay, we're talking about the majors. 5 major things that would completely change the game for you. 5 things. Just take a second, okay? I know we're used to, taking notes and, information, things of that nature, but give me 5. Just give me 5 things, okay? Like I'm talking about game changer things for you. This is really important, man, because I sat down, even this morning, I sat down and I realized that there are 5 things that will really change the game for me. That I have to accomplish this week. And I have goals for the week, which while I started doing it, I was about to set a meeting. I was about to go to a meeting on Wednesday. I'm canceling it because that's not even a part. That thing will be another thing on my schedule or on my back that has nothing to do with what I need to accomplish. And that's going to be 3 hours out of my life that I can really target at the things that are really important. So I'm canceling it. So, and I'm super, I'm super guilty of this. I'll take a meeting or I'll do something that I think could be beneficial, but not beneficial to what the big goal is anyway. Does that make sense? I'll just, if I feel like it's going to, there might be a person that's in real estate and there's some real estate deal and I'll take the meeting. Why? Because I could make some money in real estate. You never know. It could be an investment project. But if I know there are like 5 major things that I need to accomplish this week, I have to like, okay, I'm willing to exchange that opportunity for the chance. Stop chasing stuff. So I need 5. I'm gonna give y'all my 5 real quick, okay? The funnel outline. So I'm implementing some things from the mastermind, which we will go over a little later. I have to have the outline for the funnel done. There's some things that are still, and not only done, but I have to communicate it to Jen so that she can get working on the funnel because we have she's building out like a funnel agency where she's going to she builds out the funnels, emails, all that kind of stuff. So I have to go through that, set a meeting with the funnel people and all that kind of stuff. That's one. That would be a game changer. Why? Okay, let me just share with you. So I have 2 major focuses, especially, reading this one thing. There's 2 things that I'm focused on. Outside of that, everything else is not important. And it's just for me. Just want to give you an example. I'm not making this about me, but I just want to give you an example of I'm implementing it as well. It's just a podcast and a morning meetup. That's it. Those 2 things. They work kind of interchangeably, right? Because every single podcast, what am I promoting? The morning meetup. I'm super serious about building this community. And I realized that we got to get to 2,000 people this year in the morning meetup. 2,000 this year. And we just got to map out what that takes. So what that's going to take for me is I have to have the funnel set. And I want it to be profitable, right? We're looking at how long it takes for someone to leave. Okay. And like, again, y'all know anything I'm working on, I'm just going to tell you, especially even if it concerns you, like in your membership, because I want you to model it, right? So we'll have a funnel that comes on, and I'll be giving away my ebook for both of my ebooks for $25. Both of them, $20 or $25. I'm not sure. This is a part of the strategy. Because you come on for the $1 trial, right? It's $1 investment. I'm banking that if I take 2 books that are normally $20 a piece, and I make those $20, I'm banking that half the people actually take the $20 and they purchase the $20. So the average amount spent right now is $1, right? Because you come on, $1 trial, you leave, you might stay in the program, but that's, but right now, today, you could spend $1. But we're increasing the ability to spend $1 to the ability to spend $21. Does that make sense? I just want to give you another option. Spend either $1 or $21. Now, and I'll actually offer this for you all once it's set up. The very next screen is going to give you an opportunity to pay 3 months up front. I'd much rather you commit to 3 months up front. Why? Because there's a chance you might enroll in $1 and cancel before your trial, right? Which means you got 5 days for $1, which is cool. I'm not mad at that. But if I can get you while you're motivated to join this program, and I can give you a discount on 3 months, you might just put the 3 months up front. So that takes care of the people who are going to leave before the trial, people that are going to leave after the first month or the second month. We'll do some sort of discount. The very next screen gives you an opportunity to pay for 6 months. The very next screen gives you an opportunity to pay for the whole year. So this is what I have to implement this week. That will be a game changer for me. That's why it's on the list of what needs to happen this week. Okay. Number 2, for the boot camp, I'm creating an offer. It's going to be a higher ticket offer where we can work on a regular basis with creating content. So it's a higher ticket offer that I have to have done this week because the boot camp is on Sunday. If I'm going to serve and have this thing ready where we can really create massive testimonials from the boot camp, I can't go to the meeting. This has to be done. It's got to be done. Tags on the podcast, the YouTube, we're missing a lot by not having tags and updating thumbnails and all that there's so many things that we need to add, and we really got to pour it into the YouTube. We need to create 15 videos that are 15 hot takes. So, we have an hour and a half YouTube. Is this helping anybody? I don't want y'all to think I'm just talking about my own situation. But I want you to know.
Yes, of course, man. Of course.
It helps get really practical about how to envision what needs to be done.
Absolutely. These things are super duper important. Here's what I understand. So I need 15 videos that are longer than 20 minutes because I want to drop a video every single day on YouTube. If I drop a video every single day on YouTube, it will probably double or triple the money that YouTube pays me. So I'm taking a whole hour and a half interview. I'm going to take a 20-minute clip out of it, 20 or 30-minute clip out of it, and I'm going to post that. So we're going back to older episodes because you'll not only watch the 20, 30-minute clip where there's going to be ads in there that I'm going to monetize off of, but you'll probably go back to the whole interview and watch that, which I'm monetizing as well. So the reason that's super important is because I'm literally quadrupling the views. If I can quadruple the views, I'll probably quadruple my income. So, all right, let me show you. I don't even know if it will say the same thing as it did yesterday. But this is super important. I can't take all these meetings. You see why? Like, yo, I'm so laser focused. Now, it's not on there anymore. It's not on there. Okay. All right, so where's that? Did it 140 more? Okay. So I started implementing the last couple weeks, I dropped an interview on Saturday. Well, Saturday, for some reason, the views are trash on Saturday. So the interviews that I'm dropping on Saturday don't get as much traction as the ones I drop on Monday and Thursday. I'm saying this because I'm paying attention to the numbers. You got to start to pay attention to what you're doing and what the result is. Now, if you're not watching what you're doing, then you'll just start doing stuff. You don't even know if it's working. You'll get burnt out and you'll want to do something else and you'll skip over it. But I'm asking you to like really lock in. What is the most important thing that you need to get done? Because I know I'm looking at what's happening on my social media. I'm looking at what's happening in my YouTube. I realize how important this is. So I'm dropping these videos on Saturday, like a whole nother interview on Saturday, but that interview is not getting as much traction. However, it's still activity, which means it's an additional couple thousand views on that particular video. That's a couple thousand views on the page. But what I know is if you watch that one video, it's going to lead you to another video. So literally me dropping a Saturday, I'm looking at the one video. It doesn't get a lot of traction on Saturday. However, the page is growing when I've been dropping videos on dropping 3 a week versus 2 a week. So here's what I'm betting. If I drop 7 videos a week, based on the numbers, I'll probably quadruple my income. Because it's all about the views. So I need to, this week, I'm going hard on my videographer, and it's actually he need to get this stuff done. He need to get this stuff done. So I need 15 of them, because if I can do 15, then for the next 2 weeks we'll already be ready and set to go, and we can start dripping them joints every single day on YouTube. Okay. And number 5 is I have to secure the ad strategy, because a funnel without an ad strategy, it won't produce as much fruit as possible. So I was talking to a person on the other day, and he's installing the pixels, and he's giving me a proposal for ads, and we're about to run it. These 5 things are the most important things in my life outside of my family and my faith. There's certain meetings that I want to take that I can't, because I identify what needs to be done over the next 5 days. All right, cool. So I want us to really, really lock in on what needs to be done for the next 5 days. But I still want you to, out of the 5, pick one that's most important. And we need to knock that out first. So I'm going to look at like what's most important on this list, because I didn't get a chance to do it while I was creating what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to pick out what is most important, and I'm putting all of my energy into that. So even if, what I don't want to happen is there are 5 really important things and I have to do all of them, because I'm focused on all of them, and you can't focus on more than one thing at a time. I don't want to have to do all of them. I'm going to pick the one that's most important. And that's the thing I'm going to knock out before noon every single day until it's done. Why before noon?
Because your willpower is running when your willpower strongest.
Default settings.
Look,
gas in the car, you're going to run out.
Y'all better start implementing the stuff y'all read. Hey, I'm on it. I'm like, yo, I know that I'm going to be drained by 4 o'clock. First thing on my mind. Let's knock this out first. What's going on, family? David Shands. I want to give you a special invitation to the Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com. It is the only organization that gathers every single morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we help you learn entrepreneurship, grow as an entrepreneur, become an entrepreneur, or you just get to be in an environment, a network of all entrepreneurs. Literally hundreds of entrepreneurs gather on a Zoom call every single morning, Monday through Friday. Okay, so I want to give you a special invitation to help grow your business and your brand all this year. Okay, every single day, you eat every day for your health. You brush your teeth every day for your hygiene. I need you to learn and grow every single day for your mindset. Okay, so make sure you go to themorningmeetup.com. It is only $1 trial. You don't need a promo code. Just go $1, themorningmeetup.com. Check it out. If you like us, stay. If not, after that, it's $79 a month. But I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy yourself. Okay, so go to themorningmeetup.com. I love y'all. See you in the morning. Okay. Here's the thing. I still want you to make the long list of all the little stuff you got to do. Right. So I got a list. I got to pick the next book for the month. I got to strategize with Terry on this whole options thing and how we can promote it through the podcast. Outline next week's morning meetup strategy. Thursday's boot camp call. Got to prepare for that. I got to update inventory. There's a bunch of little things that I need to do as well. So I'm looking at that list and saying, can I put that task on someone? Or when I can't do the most important things, what are some little things that I can pick off of the list? Okay. All right. Anyway, yes. So I want us to just outline the next 5 days. Okay. Outline the next 5 days. What's the most important? What is most important? And out of each one of those, this is homework that you're going to have to do, like as soon as we get off the call. Out of each one of those, the 5 things that need to be accomplished this week, I want to pick the most important. Out of the most important, I want you to rank it from most important to least important. They're all really important, but most important to least important. But for the one that's most important, I want you to identify the 3 things that need to happen for you to accomplish that most important thing. What are the 3 things that need to happen for you to accomplish that most important thing? Very important. Very important. So the funnel outline, I have to have the funnel outline set, right? Well, I have to finish my basic blueprint. I need to talk to Josh, my man, who kind of gave me the concept. I need to talk to him to make sure it's cool. I got to get on the line with Jen so they can put it together. We got to make sure the emails are right. This is a bunch of things for the one thing. That's why it's so hard to do a bunch of things, because in each thing, there's a bunch of things. So if you have a bunch of things, there's a bunch of things in each thing of the bunch of things. And we end up doing nothing or a little bit of everything and nothing gets accomplished. So that one thing that's super important, you might realize that out of these 5 things you need to accomplish for the week, the one thing that's most important is going to take a week itself. I'm just going to go through the notes. What are some daily habits that I need to apply? He kind of went into what are the daily habits, and I need to audit my daily activities. So what are some daily habits, right? So I text Jen while I was at the mastermind, and I said, Jen, we need to have a daily meeting every single morning. We need to know what the marching orders are for the team. We need to get the team on the line every morning. So that's why you got that text, Jen. I was inspired. So we're gonna do it, and we're gonna announce it on the morning call at 9. That we're gonna have a meeting every morning, and I need everybody on the meeting. And some of you might not have a team, y'all. You need to have a meeting with yourself every morning. It needs to be a daily habit of, okay, what do we need to accomplish today? That was really good. They said we need to read the book Eat That Frog. So actually, it's on my list. I'm gonna get the audio book. What are your limiting beliefs? What's the yearly goal? What's the monthly goal? What's the weekly goal? What's the daily goal? And what's the hourly goal? So remember, I don't know if y'all remember, I was on the call and I asked, it was a group on Clubhouse, and they were talking about masterminds. And the reason I never did them, I never like put my own mastermind together, like a higher ticket mastermind, is because I feel like, say for instance, I'm going to charge somebody $5,000 for this mastermind or $15,000 a year or something like that, which for Neos, I'd have paid $15,000 for the year because this one was $5,000 for a day. But let's just say, for instance, I'm going to charge somebody $10,000 for the year. I feel like I need to coach someone to take that 10,000 to 100,000 or 10,000 to 50,000. So they see that it's valuable. It's my responsibility to help them in that way. But I asked a question on Clubhouse and I said, yo, is it my responsibility to coach someone to make sure it's been worth their money? Or is the value in the people that are in the room? And the answer was, in this Clubhouse room of these people who have high ticket masterminds, they said the magic is putting the room together. The magic is not in you coaching. Coaching and a mastermind is different. I was looking at the mastermind as coaching. If I have these people who pay $10,000, I need to coach them. But a mastermind, what I realized was the value wasn't in the stage. The value was getting together a group of people who were willing to invest $5,000 in themselves. It's a different mindset. And in that mindset, they've all accomplished some sort of level of success. Forget the stage, the sidebar was most valuable for me. So I thought that was cool. The mastermind, the value is in bringing people together, not necessarily the coaching. So, man, you get some people together that are in a room who all are willing to pay $10,000. You know what that says about the person? One, they've done something in their business or life, which means there's some other game that they got. But also, they're the type of person who values, who want to get on a free webinar and they just want to get the stuff from YouTube, but they've probably invested more in themselves, which means they're a bigger person, personally developed, often. So it was just dope. So that answers your question. So let me get into this part. Goodness gracious, we're running out of time. Yearly goal is. Then identify what the monthly goal is, financial. Figure out what the weekly goal is, which is about $2,100. Then you need to figure out, I want to make 6 figures, and all I need to do is make $275 today. Well, we could probably make $275 today. Or figure out some system that's going to allow us to make $275 a day. And then you said we could break it down into hourly. How much money do I need to make per hour? 8 hours. Let's say a work day. A work day, $34. Do you know you can make $100,000 if you make $34 an hour for 8 hours? And if your goal is every hour to go sell something that allows you to make $34 for only 8 hours out of the day, you can make $100,000. Isn't that cool? I thought that was cool. So he took us through that whole process, which I thought was amazing. And he asked a question: what would you do if you doubled your prices? He was talking directly to me for sure. He said, what would you do if you just doubled your prices? What would you do? You'll work less and make more. Or you'll do the same amount of work and you'll make double the money. Or you'll make the same amount of money. Our limiting belief is that people don't have the money. That's our limiting belief. Listen, can you believe it or not? I didn't think people were going to pay $1,000 for a boot camp. That's all day. 9 to 9? And I'm feeding you? It was just my own limiting belief. But now I understand. What would you do if you doubled your prices? Well, I mean, instead of 30, we'd have 15 at double the rate. Meaning I can spend more time with the people who are willing to invest, which would be more valuable for them and not as much work on myself trying to manage 30. Listen, you got to just get in a room of people who believe differently. because we're in our own head, and what we think other based on what's in our pockets, and that's not necessarily the case. He said, "What would you do if you doubled your prices?" Do you know Nehemiah had a mixtape or an album, and he sold the album for $97. Who does that? And he made 6 figures off the album. All right, somebody just DM'd me and said, I did double my prices and it had a negative effect. My audience really from the mud. Well, that tells us a lot.
You gotta change your target market.
Yeah, or sometimes you double your prices and you don't believe that you should double your prices. So when you say it, you're intimidated and people feel that. There's a couple things we need to consider. We don't just double the price and just hope for the best. What do I need to change in my messaging? What do I need to change about myself? What do I need to change in my offering?
How much value I need to add to it? You going off today, Dave.
Oh, man, I'm just still, listen, I don't own the rights to these bars. These are my notes from the mastermind. Oh, man. And he said, the best comes at a premium. The best isn't cheap. And once you truly believe that you are the best, you'll know it's not cheap. Do I believe that people would pay me double what I'm charging? He said, get comfortable saying the price and getting disconnected from the outcome. He said, get comfortable saying the price and disconnect from the outcome, disconnect from the results. Oh, man. He says, stop doing one-to-one and start doing one-to-many. He said, what am I normalizing? Energy and all that kind of stuff from the mastermind yet, but this mindset stuff, that took me out. What am I normalizing this year? Look, I want to jump in real quick. Then we'll, do maybe 15 minutes of Q&A if we can. Y'all good? Y'all got that? Okay, we didn't need much on that. Just hopefully that helps.
Come join the most amazing live mentorship and accountability group for entrepreneurs every morning.
Let's go.
The Morning Meetup. Do you have a business idea you need to get off the ground? Do you currently work a 9-to-5 and are looking for supplemental income? Come and network with like-minded individuals and take your business to the next level. Every morning from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with David Shands and friends. Try the Morning Meetup today for just $1. Head over to themorningmeetup.com. That's themorningmeetup.com.